Alright guys, welcome to the first ever Q&A video on the channel. I saw you guys submitted questions and I love that. Shut up video. I love that. Now, I'm about to go ahead and answer the questions that you guys submitted. Okay, let's see here. I gotta find my post. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Alright. So first question, first 3 questions comes from Clocks from LT. Alright, Clocks from LT says, when did you start collecting clocks? Well, I started collecting personally, I wanna say, around 2019. My grandma's been collecting since like 2010, but I think I started my collection around like 2015 or 2019. Because basically like somewhere like between like 2017, somewhere in there, I got the 2015 collector's edition up here, and I didn't really get another clock until 2019, for my collection at least. And I got the 2019 collector's edition right there. He has 3 questions, so we're going to go on to question 2. How many times have you visited your grandparents? As many as I can count. Like, I want to say, probably, so I want to say since I was 3, so probably like 14 times I've gone up there and gone back here. How did you start collecting clocks? Basically, that's question 3, by the way. I started collecting clocks when my grandma got her first clock. Basically, she got her CCS Nostalgia in 2010, the walnut one. According to her, she had an oak one before then, before I was even born. But that broke because my grandpa didn't use the right hanger for it. So it fell off the wall and broke in the middle of the night. But so probably like that's what I want to say is I started collecting clocks because of her mainly. Like, also there's some inspirations. I have some people who inspired me to like continue collecting. For example, Evan, Chevy, if you're watching this, thanks for inspiring me. Same to you, Evan. But Evan and Chevy mainly. Drake, I don't want to say Drake really inspired me, because I don't even remember the first time I watched a Clock 1010 video. But I know I used to watch a lot of Evan's old videos as well as Chevy's. Alright, next question. Question number 4 comes from Benny Loves Clocks. Will your first Cuckoo clock be battery operated or mechanical? That's a great question. My first Cuckoo clock, whenever I get one, it's probably expensive. You know, I don't want it to be expensive. It probably will be. Don't get me wrong. I do want a Rhythm Tory house, but this answer might surprise a little bit of you. But my first Cuckoo clock is most likely going to be mechanical. And that's, oh god, I got hair in my mouth. Bloopers. Anyways, this next question comes from Chevy, aka Timeless Moments. What's your favorite clock in your collection? I'm going to start with that. He's got 2 questions in there. I'm going to start with that one. My favorite clock in my collection has to be a tie between the Encore, the Grand Encore Legend, the Golden Stars, and which is literally about to go off. So it'll probably go off during the video. Sorry about that. But and the 20th anniversary Snowflake. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to say the Grand Encore Legend. The Noel is also definitely up there. And my favorite clock of all time is definitely a Yauch triple chime box wall clock. I'm kidding. I'm sorry to all mechanical people out there, but my favorite clock of all time is unfortunately not a Yauch triple chime box wall clock. My favorite clock of all time, I just tried to go off, but my favorite clock of all time has to be the SSS Country Jamboree, the Rhythm SSS Country Jamboree. There's a couple other clocks up there, like in second place I want to say would be the SSS Old West Magic, And in third place would be the, what is it, the HS446W Seiko clock, so the emblem one. Alright. And our last question, I think, wait, did I end? Oh, no, okay. Our last question is right here, comes from Spin Clock. Is Espresso Blessing one of the clocks you like? Of course. I'm going to give you guys a little backstory here. And I'm yapping a lot, but like, I'm going to have to give you guys some backstories. Anyways. Originally, when I first, before I got the Joyful Blessing over there, I originally was like, I was thinking to myself, like, I want a blessing clock. And the first blessing clock I wanted to get was the Espresso Blessing. Originally, the plan was I was going to get the Joyful Anthology, and then eventually I was going to move on and get the Espresso Blessing. I wasn't planning on originally getting the Joyful Blessing, but then that Joyful Anthology sold that was on Amazon, so like kind of mad about that. There was also an SSS Country Jamboree for sale that sold, and I was also mad about that, as you can probably imagine. But yeah, so then I was like, you know what, I'll just get the Joyful Blessing. Who cares, it don't really matter. But yeah, that looks like it for all the questions that we're answering today, in today's video. This video is probably about 10 minutes long if I had to take a guess, but I'll see. I will see you guys in hopefully the next stream. Timeless Moments, you're welcome to come to my streams whenever you want. Oh my god, is my precious moment crooked? I'm gonna fix the precious moment. Might as well bring it over to precious moment right here. Signed by yours truly, Chevy. Why am I saying that as if I'm Chevy? Anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys have any other questions, I might make it short answering those, but or I'll just answer those in the comment section. But yeah.